Hey everyone, how are you? I was just scrolling through Twitter tonight, and that's just basically what I do with my free time. I'm not ashamed. It just is what it is. Anyways, uh screenshot of a I saw the screenshot of a Facebook post, and you wouldn't believe the shit this lady just posted. Well, if you're on Twitter a lot, then maybe you'll believe it. But she made this long post about her husband. Um, I think she was trying to, I'm not sure what the purpose of this is, but I have secondhand embarrassment. Um, Let me just read what it says. Pick me's logic and others' logic. We are not the same. My husband is not the regular white collar man. Let's rap. My husband is a working man and he makes significantly less than me. I earn 6 figures a year. This past year, I grossed 95K, and with my other businesses, it pushed me over 137K. My tax returns I can share. My husband is a convicted felon. He works daily at his stable, 401K, and insurance providing warehouse job, driving forklifts to add to what I bring in. His income has zero to do with his role as being head of our home. I respect my husband for being a man. I respect my husband and I believe in him for him believing in himself. I respect my husband's determination. My husband and I have a history that spanned over 13 plus years outside of prison. We were married. My husband was once incarcerated for theft/drugs. My husband also has gang ties that he's not affiliated himself with in years. My husband has a high school education with technical school training from his incarceration. I supported my husband in his time of incarceration based on the loyalty of being my friend first before I was his spouse for over 13 years. When my husband was released from prison, he did not have great credit. His credit score was a 530 due to not having any rotating credit history. His grammar was filled with hood colloquialisms that he still used from time to time depending on who he's speaking with. Matter of fact, he is who I wrote about in my first book. Me and him went from being in the streets clubbing to in the boardrooms. I'm in the boardroom, he remains the muscle. Fast forward to what a supportive wife/lady can do without looking at what my husband did not have and looking at what I knew his determination destined him to have. My husband has a legal career now as a forklift operator. He has all kinds of operations license certificates. My husband has a credit score of 680, which will soon hit the 700 club due to me being his lady/wife, adding him to my credit cards. Utilities to get his credit established. Will my husband ever earn over 100K? We will never know, but our incomes combined, we are nearing 200K a year, and we own 2 businesses with our 4 vehicles, and we pay our bills such as insurance, etc., 6 months at a time. We are living better than the majority. I have never stated that's my money. It has always been our money, regardless of who earned it. Marriage makes you one, and I say all of that to say, ladies, look at a man's internal, and if you are truly the lady you claim to be, you can bring out that man's best version of himself. The fact that you ladies are out here thinking you will get a high-earning man and you have zero to offer but sex, you're overweight, tubes tied, can't birth a child, and you're low-wage earners with zero to offer but a loud mouth and gossip with mediocre poor sex is why you are not selected to be anyone's wife. The majority of us want the package already complete assembled, and you will miss your biggest blessings. Ladies of other cultures have supported their men for years into CEO positions. Now, if you see my husband in public, none of you would think his past consists of this. As he basks in the best attire, with the best fragrances, dining in the best restaurants. I even once had to advise my husband about proper utensils and wines. Anyway, my husband has the best sense of humor with the most humble words. But don't get it twisted. He will come out the bag if anyone threatens our family. Remember, never judge a book until you open its contents. Get that mind right, ladies. Every day is trading day. Side note, I love cooking for my husband since standing over 6 feet. Since standing over 6 feet and weighing 230, he loved my food, and I'm never too tired to do so. The rewards I get are so much more valuable than money. Remember, a lot of times, many are upset. Many are upset that you are not struggling the way they expected you to be. many would like for my husband to fail, but a praying lady/wife that pushes a man with determination. Failure is never an option. Dr. O. I wasn't sure if I was going to share her information because this is a Facebook post, and I don't know if she's like a private figure or a public figure, but she's published a book. So I think she's a public figure. So I'm not going to censor anything. I think she wanted people to see this. Personally, I think she should have kept this in her diary. Going from being incarcerated to having a legit job, that's such a hard thing to do. And especially the way things are set up, it's set up to keep incarcerated people in that cycle of incarceration and under or unemployment. So the fact that he got out of that cycle is great. I'm happy for him. The problem is, all I see in this long post is all the things she's done for this man. I can see how she's improved his life, but what has he done for her? Without him, I just don't see how her life would be fundamentally different. I just don't see how this man improves her life. I can see how she improves his. She makes probably more than twice as much as he does. She makes more than 6 figures. Well, she has a 6-figure salary, and his credit score went from 530 to 680. She's so successful in her own right. I don't know what kind of doctor she is, whether she's a medical doctor or she went to graduate school and got her doctorate that way. That is a lot of work. She's clearly a highly educated woman, and she chose to marry a former drug dealer. Black women are more likely to marry men who make less money than them than any other group of women. It just seems like no other group of women are expected to build up men to this extent with nothing in return. It just seems like this is a very one-sided relationship. Like everything that's going on is on her account. She says everything is our money, even though she makes the vast majority of the money. Is that how she really feels, or is that what she says to sate his ego? Because the way men are socialized, they have it in their mind that they're supposed to be this provider. They're supposed to be the one that's being depended on. They should at least be in the same ballpark. He should be able to live the kind of life he wants without her, and that's just not the case. If they divorce, she'll be paying him alimony, which is fair. But like, she didn't have to do this. If she wants to do all of this for her husband, that's fine. But what I have a problem with is how educated Black women are pressured to quote unquote date down economically, that wanting to date someone with a similar economic or educational background is superficial, or we're gold diggers or whatever. And when any other group of women does this same exact thing, it's common sense. Like, she's bragging on all of her husband's accomplishments, but like, she's responsible for all of it. And I feel like if she had never married this man, her life would fundamentally be the same. And she's also kind of shaming women, and I'm guessing this is directed towards Black women, shaming women for having standards. Like she says, the majority of us want the package already complete/assembled, and you miss your biggest blessings. I don't think it's unreasonable to want to be with someone who doesn't need me to help mold them into a functional adult. Also, where she says ladies supporting their men for years into CEO positions. That's not the norm. That is not the norm anywhere. Like, sure, a lot of wealthy men's wives supported them. Not financially. Like, maybe supported them, helping them with the business. But they weren't necessarily the breadwinners. And if they were, there was like a path to him either being their equal financially or surpassing them. She says herself, she doesn't know if he's ever going to earn 6 figures. She doesn't know. She's invested so much into this man, and she doesn't know if she'll ever get a return on that investment. And if that's what she wants to do, that's fine. But to expect that from other women, this is not this is just not reasonable. I don't know, it just kind of makes this man seem like an overgrown child who can't do shit for himself, and he needs his woman to get his life in order. And it's just embarrassing on all fronts. If I were her husband, I'd want her to take this shit down. If I were her friends, I would want her to take this shit down. I'm a stranger and I want her to take this shit down. That's about all I have to say for this. When you're finished with this, you should watch my other video that I just posted. It's about abortion. You'll love it. Anyways, that's it for tonight. Thanks for listening. Peace out.